Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. We are down to the final regular season game of the year, and look, I'm not mad. We're the #1 seed. Now, your playoff picture as follows. Again, we would have a bye because we're the best team in the world. Everyone knows that. The Chiefs play the Browns, the Jets play the Chargers, and then the Ravens would play the Patriots. Again, some of this could change a little bit, but this is what you're looking at. Over on the NFC side, you're seeing Green Bay play Arizona, the Saints versus the 49ers, and the Seahawks versus Minnesota Vikings. Again, we'll check in after the game into the next episode, but this is where it is for the most part right now, with most of these teams locked in. We're facing an 8-8 Tampa Bay team that honestly is kind of underperforming right now. Worst now in his 4th year is a 97 overall. You're seeing Mike Evans at a 96, Godwin at a 96, Marpet. I mean, dude, everybody is super highly rated in this team, but they're 8-8. And why is that? Well, I mean, the issue is their quarterback is Mitch Trubisky. There's a lot of guys they have on their roster at quarterback, but really none of them are overly good right now. I mean, even Ronald Jones, who's got years of experience, that was an 89 overall. They have everything they need except for a QB. Now in week 18, we offered Morgan Moses pretty much the last possible deal we can give him, and this man still said no. So we got to find another right tackle in the offseason, but considering how many times he's had penalties or given up sacks, it's not the end of the world to potentially lose him. There's some talk about, do we sit some of our guys? What do we ultimately do? No, we're not sitting these dudes here. We are trying to make sure that our team is ready to go for the postseason. We've had issues before where our guys necessarily weren't ready, and I'm not having that happen this year. I mean, look, with the addition of Joe Burrow, we've become the #1 team in all of football. How crazy is that? It's up to me to lead this team to a Super Bowl. I'm not talking about losing. I'm not talking about just maybe getting there. I'm talking about winning one, and thank God that's Trubisky, not Tom Brady throwing it. Because if that's Brady, that's easily a touchdown to Mike Evans. Mike Evans has to be just absolutely in shambles right now because his quarterback is Trubisky. Can't relate. I'm not saying Trubisky is like the worst quarterback in the world. I'm just saying maybe Matt Nagy possibly ruined that dude a little bit, but still, we have Joseph Burrow back there, and he's been killing it this year. Burrow's not really getting any love for the MVP, and I feel like maybe it's because of his interceptions. But even with the 15 interceptions he's thrown this year, which I get, that's a lot. He's had 31 touchdowns. He's almost at 4,000 passing yards. He's led his team to a 14-2 record. Put some respect on his name. And if you're not giving him the love, then show some love to Kasim Gooden, who's had an incredible season again in his sophomore year. Watching them running back out of the backfield. They go for another dump down, this time to Gallagher, and I think that's enough for a first down again. It's not 4th and inches. Okay. I guess Tampa Bay is full of actual cowards. They're gonna go ahead and kick the field goal here. Personally, we're probably going for a little QB sneak with Burrow, and this one is close, but it goes into the right side, and it's good. Coming out here with Burrow under center after running away from Myles Garrett in the previous week. We're gonna see Kasim Gooden go run free to the right side for 12. DK Metcalf is about 13 yards away from getting 1,000 in the season. That would give us 2 1,000-yard receivers, and I want to make sure that happens today. Because I mean, honestly, if we can't get 13 yards to DK Metcalf, like, what are we really doing out here? Like, what are we actually doing? Percy Battle already crossed 1,000 a year. He's had an incredible season. Love to see it. Here's a big catch. That one's gonna go to Anthony Miller, who picks up a solid gain of 18. Burrow back under center here from the 45. Underneath all day. If you're gonna let Percy Battle go to work, then he's gonna get the ball all the time. Shaquille Barrett now going down. This is not a good look right now for Tampa. So early in the game, no receptions for DK right now. Down 3-0. Burrow back in shotgun. Sees his guy DK, and that's going to give him 1,000 on the season and then some. DK has had a phenomenal year. He's been 11 touchdowns deep in the end zone. You'd love to see what he's done. And I honestly think that's only going to get better next season as we get DK more involved in the offense. Him and Burrow have some more rapport with one another. It's just going to be domination nonstop. I mean, had it pretty close from there. I thought DK was going to bring that one down, but ultimately gets batted away from him. Percy Battle's going to come here with an underneath route. We got Tanya going out to the corner as well. DK, I think he's got a beat on him. We're going to throw it up, and that is nearly picked. Definitely kind of sort of forcing it right now, but we've done worse. Burrow again. Sliding out to the right-hand side. Burrow has all day, and Joseph Burrow's going to go into the end zone completely untouched. Again, maybe not the MVP, the top of the list, but dance moves like that, he's got to be at least in the top 3. Really good offensively, and I mean, this is what I want to make sure that our team is doing, is going in to the postseason ready to get things going. I was gonna say Trubisky's gonna run into camp and end his career. Only one run of that previous drive, I think, for Kasim Gooden, but I mean, still, he looked really good while doing it. 12 or so yards. I expect more rushing yards in his future ASAP. Look at this one, a Meta who gets his 8th sack of the season. I believe he's the 8.5 technically if we want to be down to the numbers. Charles Omenihu has been an absolute monster. We don't really have the highest rated dudes sitting there at our left or right hand. We have Jordan Jenkins on one side and Omenihu on the other one. Spiegel also plays a little bit in that spot as well, and those dudes have dominated all season long. You're starting to see the frustration for fans in Tampa. Look, they have everything they need. They lost Tom Brady and they gained Mitchell Trubisky, and their team is in shambles because of it. Like, outside of QB, they have one of the best rosters in the league, but with their QB, they just are kind of chilling right now, hoping they can just sneak into the postseason, if that. A little close. DK somehow gets it. He's going to make a move, and DK is off here running, forcing his way down to the 12-yard line. What a play. I do genuinely hope that next season, DK is probably closer to the 1,500 to 1,600-yard mark. Again, him barely crossing 1,000 at the end of the season isn't exactly ideal, but our offense has been so talented with guys like Kasim Good and Joe Burrow, Percy Battle, even Anthony Miller, Robert Tonyan. We got weapons everywhere, so we spread the ball around a lot. 14 unanswered points right now. Tampa Bay, they're in shambles. Watching a little bit. Mitch Trubisky goes for a little dump down. We got multiple guys there and ready to make a play. A little heavy front here. We're going to watch the running back out of the backfield this time. It's Ronald Jones. We go with a good play action fake. We kind of bit on that one pretty hard, but Trubisky has nobody, and Jordan Jenkins picks up another sack for himself. The way this team has played the last 2 weeks, importantly, it's blown me away. The defense has been so incredible getting to the quarterback, finding ways to make plays. It's just been incredible. And look at this, Justin Reed with another interception. Our leader from the interception standpoint, it's another one. And these dudes are ready to get it. You love to see it. The offense with all the momentum right now. Start of the second quarter, we already forced a turnover. You love to see it. Burrow doesn't really like him what he's seeing here, so he's going to stretch it a little bit, get his legs a little warm, and he picks up about 2. And then now our center, JC Tretter, goes down for the second time this season. You don't want to see that before the postseason. No idea in the extent of his injury or what he necessarily injured there, but you just got to hope that it's not anything important. Burrow again, all the time in the world. He's got his guy DK. DK's going to get a big grab here. He's going to force his way down. It looks like about the 25-yard line. Excuse me, the 20-yard line. Joe Burrow coming into the game needed about 280 yards passing to make sure that he got 4,000 on the season for the second time in his career. And honestly, I think the way he's trending, that's definitely going to be possible. And we find out that Tretter's injury is actually just going to be a bruised shoulder. He should be returning soon, and that's good news. 12-yard line here again. I'm liking our options. No, what the heck was that? Why did Burrow throw that one behind? Okay, everything was good except for that play. That was not exactly ideal, but here we go. I formation. And this one off to Kasim Good, who finds a little way to cut through. He's going to try to force his way into the end zone. They say he's down at the 1, however. Good has been an absolute monster today. The offensive line, despite some injuries here and there, has been really good as well, which again, has been kind of rare for us to say, but we actually get caught from behind on that one for a loss. Devin White is an absolute demon. I mean, I don't know how you're going to run away from that dude. He's super fast. Came all the way back across the other side of the ball. Made a big play, and DK Metcalf in the end zone. You love to see it, big fella. Congrats on another one. This is how you want to end your season. At home, with a dominating performance, showing your fans that you are going to make a big play in the Super Bowl. That's what we're trying to ultimately push for. Not some little rinky-dink divisional or AFC championship. We want to go to the Super Bowl and win the whole thing. And honestly, with our franchise quarterback, I feel like our chances are pretty high. Trubisky back under center. I imagine they want to go with the run because it's the only thing they've really had going for them today. The passing game is not working. Trubisky back in shotgun this time with Ronald Jones there. I'm feeling like we're seeing a pass play here. They are definitely going for one. Watching the underneath. Trubisky's trying to run. We missed big, and we could have destroyed that man had we hit him. We went for the big hit. It didn't work out. If we had just went for the safe tackle, we're probably in a much better situation. You go here. We had a little rub route coming. Gallagher gets all the way down to the 46, about a yard shy. Bringing a lot of our guys in here. Jones stays in to help. They throw one, and Lonnie Johnson completely lost. Gallagher is out here streaking. We're going to try to get to him, and we tackle him, but it's too late. And not only that, we get another injury this time to the defensive line, and Tampa's on the board. Gallagher is an absolute monster, and he showed it right there. I mean, the run after the catch was phenomenal. The dude has got some jets for a big dude, and now Tampa Bay has made this at least somewhat of a respectable ball game. Devin White has been all over the field. The last 2 runs we tried to go with, he's stopped them every single time. So that is less than ideal. Burrow's going to have some underneath routes here. Going back to DK, who's already had a really good game, and he picks up a solid gain of about 8. 2-minute warning right after this play. Burrow hits him with the play action. Burrow scrambling a little bit. Burrow's got a couple of guys.
Another one.
No shot. Tanyan doesn't get that. You're kidding me. You just keep coming to the ball, which we're holding you to. And it's a reception for us. It's not what you want to see. I don't blame that one on Burrow at all. He had Tanyan right where he wanted him. It's just Tanyan to stop running to the ball, even though we're forcing him to come to the ball. Because of that, we're in a bad situation. They go with a little dump down. Ronald Jones breaks that tackle, but Desmond King cleans it up. Trubisky's feeling it right now. Leading his team down here. They go for an out route. Spiegel's all over that though, but they pick up a first down. They still have all their timeouts right now. Watching Jones underneath. Trubisky in absolute shambles. Is a man who gets another sack, forcing him deep. 2nd and 24 yards. Not exactly a good look for them. They use their first timeout though to stop the clock because there's only about a minute left and they're kind of deep. Watching Gallagher across the middle. That was our big fear. Anything underneath, they can perfectly do that all they want. Now they called a timeout, quickly lined up, and I don't exactly know what they're doing here. Looks like they're probably going with a run. I doubt they're passing this one. They actually go with the run here, which again felt weird, and they forced a fumble. We got the ball back with 49 seconds left. Things are back in our favor. Oh, Boo's review. That's what we're doing. Please tell me he fumbled in the air. No, his knee's down. One more look at it here. I think Ronald Jones' knee is down right there as the ball pops out. I think that one's going to go back to Tampa for a punt. The play was overturned. Tampa got the ball back, and well, YOLO, here we are. We're sending DK deep on a little bit of a decoy. Percy's going to come across the middle for a late slant route, and they are not covering that man, but no one's blocking for Joe Burrow, and Devin White gets his first sack of the game. Clock is ticking. We're down to 15 seconds. DK's pretty gassed right now. Percy battle. We're going to send him deep. I don't really expect anything major in this play. We're not going to waste the timeout. It's just whatever sort of happens here. Burrow's throwing off his back foot a little bit. Percy's there, gets batted away. We're going to go into the second half up 11, which isn't the end of the world, but again, should be better. We just failed ourselves there tremendously at the end of the first half. Not the world's worst first half, but honestly not a great one either. But we've got the ball to start the second half, and we can obviously set the tone here and make some big plays. Kasim Gooden, if he didn't run into his own guy, honestly might still be running. A little second and short action. Tanya's going to move in motion to the left-hand side to help out some of them extra blitz pickup as we hit him with a play. Play action. We got Percy battle on the edge. That's a great toe tap to pick up 16. Now Tampa challenges this one, and that feels like a weird play to challenge this early in the game. But again, it could be a momentum setter. Oh, I don't know if he actually got his second foot down. That one might be coming back, and that scares me a little bit. So Tampa actually wins that challenge, and well, here we are in literal shambles right now, trying to do something better. Actually gonna bring Anthony Miller underneath, try to get a little confusion, maybe a little pick play. I like where DK's at. He has been open all game today. Another big play. DK's gonna break that tackle. DK's trying to get off to the races, breaks another one. This is what I'm expecting from DK. Run after the catch. This dude is a monster, and he is showing it right now. Huge play. I mean, look, I'm glad we didn't get that first down, because seeing DK do that just makes me even more inspired than before. Burrow's gonna try to get into the edge here for Kasim Gooden, who does break a tackle just like DK, but he only gets 2. Actually, excuse me, that was actually a loss of 2, not a gain of 2, so not exactly ideal. Bringing DK over. We're sending Percy deep here. Anthony Miller again, a little underneath route. He's done pretty well on those. And we're going right to him here because Anthony Miller has got some jets, and we're seeing that in action here as he goes all the way down to the 14. Big time players make big time plays here in the red zone again. Keeping this one, a Percy battle. He's going to break a tackle, tries to go for a spin move and gets lit up as he goes down to the 4. Tampa's actually putting some guys over the line right now, stacking the box pretty heavy. But Kasim Gooden says, I don't care how many guys you got in the box. I'm going in the end zone, getting another touchdown for an already incredible season for him. Gooden's had such a weird year where he was dominating for a while. His rookie year was sensational, but this year he had some ups and downs, and a lot more downs than I would say ups, to be honest. With an 18-point deficit, Tampa's got to do a whole lot here in the third quarter if they want to have an opportunity to come back in the fourth. Trubisky again running for his life. Blacklock can't quite get to him, and Trubisky gets rid of it. Trying to keep a lot of pressure on Tampa right now. Setting a blitz with Camp. They actually go with the draw up the middle. We were not ready for that when Desmond King gets the tackle. If it's a play action, we're killing Trubisky on it. Jones is absolutely gassed. We got to imagine he's just there to potentially block on this play, not really getting any run. They go with the underneath again. Justin Reed can't quite get to him, and Ronald Jones picks up. It looks to be about 7. Okay, math is hard. He actually got 4, but it looked like a whole lot more to me. Playing for the pass again. Jones going out to the edge. Camp's actually got to go with a different responsibility. We're going to get Spiegel off the edge. They go into Gallagher, who has been a great player so far for them, and Reed ends up getting the tackle with the 15. When Trubisky has had time, he's looked really, really good. We have not been able to get to him as much as we probably want. We forced him out of the pocket here and there, but what a big hit coming off the edge. I didn't get a look to see who that was, but good Lord, they blew up Trubisky on that one. Set in the house here. They go with a quick little dump down. That one goes to number 12, and Jackson's going to pick it up to the 4. Now you're seeing Tampa Bay really do what they need to. They needed a big drive here. They got one. And now they're knocking on the doorstep at the 2. Pitch to the line. We got Gallagher pretty much watched out of the backfield. They go with a run up the middle. Ronald Jones has all the room in the world, dives in for no reason, and now Tampa Bay cuts back into that lead. If they get a stop on defense, this is a different ball game. I don't want to pass too much, but I do want Burrow to get, again, the almost 300 yards that he needs to put himself in a good spot. Look at Kasim Gooden running over the linebacker there. Gooden's had a really good afternoon so far. I love what I'm seeing from him. Burrow's going to put Miller in motion on the right-hand side. Going from under center.
Another one.
The quick play, but that's not Devin White. That's going to be another play. Number 49, Young on that one. His first pick of the afternoon, and we just telegraphed that one. If we throw that right when he immediately turns around, we're golden. We got a couple of yards there. We're in a good spot, but we challenged it when we didn't need to, and now Tampa Bay is knocking on the doorstep yet again. Ronald Jones has been the difference maker in this game. I mean, the dude has got 70 yards rushing, averaging 7 yards per carry right now. We honestly haven't had a great answer for him right now, and Trubisky is the only thing keeping him back. But even that being said, Trubisky's still doing well in these last few drives. Jones in the backfield with Trubisky under center now. Put one man in motion. We're watching their underneath stuff. Trubisky throws one on the other way. No shot. He threw it across his body, the other side of the field, to a perfect dot to Mike Evans. Make matters worse, they're going for 2 because they can be down a field goal again if they just get something here. Trubisky goes underneath. We got Lonnie Johnson, who misses on the tackle. And it's a 3-point game just like that. He talked a little tough about Trubisky, and then he threw one of the greatest passes I think I've ever seen this season. And here we are in a 3-point game with our running back putting in some work. I still can't bring myself to be one-dimensional here. Like, I still want to find a way to pass a little bit, but God, does it feel dangerous the way we've turned the ball over. But look at Burrow stretching his legs, getting a major gain, and he slides down at the end of the 3rd quarter with 35 rush yards on the afternoon. 4th quarter's here. Tampa Bay does have the momentum, but again, I believe we can still set the tone. Trying to get a run with Kasim Gooden. Kasim Gooden bounces to the outside. Kasim Gooden's got some room here. He's going to try to outrun 31 in Winfield Jr., but Winfield pushes him out at the 10, but now he has 100 rush yards on the game. What a performance by Gooden. People been calling for that dude's number, saying trade him, draft somebody else to replace him. I don't know about all that right now. Burrow makes a quick adjustment here. Burrow's going to potentially get sacked, and well, he gets hit way more than we thought he was going to be. A field goal's okay here, but we desperately need a touchdown in my opinion. Bringing Percy back across the middle. Got a lot of guys going deep. DK beats him off the press. That one is, dear God, I thought it got picked. 3rd and goal from the 22 is really not something you want to see. What can our squad do? We're sending DK deep because again, we need that deep threat. We got to pull the safety away potentially from Percy battle. Throwing one.
And another one.
Gotta be kidding me. Bro, Burrow won't move. They're going to return this one. Shaquille Mayo, our 1st round draft pick, is the only thing that really saved us there. And I just don't understand why that ball was thrown the way it was. Not the smartest pass in the world, but we are seeing, I mean, the corner jumped 17 feet in the air to make that play. And now we're trying to see if Mitchell Trubisky can be stopped. The answer so far the second half has been we can't. We literally can't. As good as our defense has been this season, with the way we've turned the ball over, this is not their fault. This is the offense's fault. We have got to make sure we do better. We cannot turn the ball over this many times and expect our defense to be able to hold. And not only that, our defense has had to hold in some really tough spots that just don't make sense. Trubisky back at shotgun, 3rd and short. Goes to Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones has been running wild, and he continues to do the same, running to the 12-yard line this time. Playing for the pass. Camp is going to try to come through the middle. They go this time, and Camp is going to be able to get the tackle, but right at the line of scrimmage. 4 tackles in the game for Camp. He's trying to get this crowd going so we can get a little bit of noise and make Trubisky get rattled somewhat. Watching Jones out of the backfield. They go with an underneath pass. This one's going to go to 14. He's going to get that one. He goes all the way down to the 5. I don't know how this is going to work out for us. From the 5, Trubisky and shotgun again. We're sending a blitz right up the middle. We almost had someone there. Nice cut block, and we left Mike Evans of all people wide open. Tampa Bay has been scoring nonstop, and we have no answer for him. While I initially felt great for this team, I just don't know at this point. Some of our guys are not going to have the right receiving icons, so we got to be really careful with that. Seem good and out of the backfield might be the move. He's going to try to get the first down, and he does just that. Burrow's going to be well short of the mark that he needs ultimately today to get himself the 280 yards for 4,000 on the season. But he's got an opportunity to come out here in a big drive and make some big plays. So far, so good. We're sending DK deep here. Oh, wait, we won DK deep, not at a slant route. Oh my God. They can receive incorrect hot routes. Oh no, this is not good. Our guys are running the wrong hot routes now because they have all the momentum. You've got to be kidding me. This is not ideal. Burrow's gonna try to pick up some yards, and again, I'll take the 10 every time. We can't really hot route a ton here because guys are receiving the incorrect hot route. So we just got to pray with what we have, we can get the job done. Burrow's gonna sling this one, this time to Percy Battle, who's curving down the field. Percy's looking for some blocks. Percy gets us all the way down to the 7-yard line. He is so good. With an opportunity to score. We don't want to score too quick, but we do want to make sure we get a touchdown because we definitely need that. Kasim Good is gonna stretch and gets maybe a yard, if that. A little over a minute on the clock, 6-yard line. But it's been pretty fresh as we've been so pass happy. He's got a guy to run over, and he destroys him. So 56 seconds left. Got all the momentum back. We're in the end zone. I don't care how we win. I don't care if it's pretty ugly, whatever. We've got to win this game. We have to stop Mitchell Trubisky. That's what we have to do. Look, the good news is they can't run it a ton because time isn't really on their side. But Trubisky's dotting us up. We are playing the pass the entire way, and we need a turnover. Jalen Reese, somebody step up, make a play. 2nd and 5, 50 seconds left. To go underneath, we just absolutely whiff on that one, and Justin Reed gets the tackle. At this point, we're just praying to the football guys we get a stop. They use their first timeout. They go out here to the edge, and that's a wild throw by Trubisky. 27 seconds left, 2 timeouts. They're at the 42-yard line. They're not too far off from where their kicker can actually hit a shot. And Trubisky can't even hit Slayton on this one. Obviously, they're in 4-down territory no matter what, so it's up to us to make some stops. Watching Gallagher out of the backfield. They go down this time to Ronald Jones, and Jones is going to be pretty close. Now, the good news is it's 4th and inches. They use another timeout, so they only have 1 left right now. If they go with a run, sure, they can get a first down, but they're going to waste that final timeout. And they are going to go for the run. They can't get out to the edge, and I got to imagine they use the timeout here, which they do. All right, they're in chucking mode right now, so we're obviously going to sit our guys a little bit deep and just see what Trubisky's got. Arm strength-wise, accuracy-wise, he's got to throw one deep here. Anything short is a W in our books. Like there was a hold there. They go to the edge. Slayton's going to get that when it gets out of bounds. Dear God, they could go for a field goal. This penalty's got to be on them, though.
My name is Jeff.
The best news we could have heard, we're accepting that one. So with that, the clock does stop. They have 2 seconds left. We're going to do a delayed blitz with Camp. Put some pressure on Trubisky. He feels it. He throws an absolute duck here. J.C. Jackson goes up. That one is batted away, and Tampa comes up big time short. And we're going to walk out here the W. Bruce Arians, you had a chance, but you failed, just like Trubisky. Burrow did not have a great game. Yards were okay. He had a touchdown out there, but the interceptions, they're killing us. Slowly but surely, they're killing us. Recapping the stats, Burrow 13 to 23, 233 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Trubisky was pretty much the opposite, 20 to 30, 212, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's not what I expected today. On the ground, Kasim Gooden only had 15 touches compared to the 25 plus he's been getting recently, but he had 113 yards on 3 touchdowns. I feel like because we invested in getting that dude the ball a lot in the last couple of weeks, he's really found his way. And Joe Burrow, despite having a bad passing game on the ground, was honestly pretty good. DK Metcalf looked great. 6 grabs for 118 yards and 1 touchdown, including a couple of big time broken tackles. You see Godwin got involved out there. Ronald Jones, Percy Battle at 4 for 68, almost got in the end zone on a couple of those. Gallagher got in there as well, and Mike Evans caught 2 grabs. Both of them were a touchdown. We didn't have an answer on either one of those. Defensively, Keanu Neal was all over the place, as was Cam. Both of our middle linebackers were absolute studs today. You'd love to see that. From a sack perspective, we see Charles Omenihu add 2 to his already impressive total this year, and Jordan Jenkins, the other defensive end, got 1 as well. Interceptions, we had 1 by Justin Reed, but again, we just turned the ball over too much on the offense. It didn't matter that we got an interception because we just kept giving it right back to him. Tough game, but honestly, I would rather have a game like this at the end of the season so we can correct things in our bye week going into the postseason and make sure we're good for our first round divisional game. Because if we don't, if we keep turning the ball over like this, we're not going to last in the playoffs very long at all. And our mission is the same as it always is: Super Bowl or bust. We're getting there, we're going to win that Lombardi, and we're going to bring it home to Toronto and let people in Houston know I should have got us a new stadium because you didn't and dipped up out of there. At the end of the day, though, the Mounties win ugly, but it's a W. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.